Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. One of the top priorities in the class of 2025 scheduled to come off the board this week. That's four-star defensive lineman Ethan Utley, one of the top 5 players in the state of Tennessee. He's a top 200 prospect nationally. Huge, just a huge priority for Tennessee. He's going to be making that decision on Thursday. Let's take a look what he put out on Twitter earlier about that commitment date. Four-star defensive lineman out of Nashville, Tennessee. Ethan Utley had over 40 offers. He plans to make a decision prior to those official visits this summer.
I am Ethan Utley, and I'm committed to.
Decision coming on Thursday. We'll be covering that live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. As long as he announces a time, myself, Coach Jay, will be on here taking you all the way up to that decision. We've been talking a lot about recruiting lately. Obviously, coming off the big weekend for Tennessee, had a lot of guys on campus, some elite-level prospects. You know, 4-star tight end Deshaun Brame, 4-star athlete / running back Bo Jackson. Made a couple of videos on those guys yesterday if you want to go back and check those out. Also had some elite defensive backs, some elite guys at the edge position, just a lot of guys in town over the weekend, and I think Tennessee showed well with some of those guys. And you know, they're going to go through the process. They want to get back for maybe another unofficial throughout the spring, probably take some officials over the summer, and some of these guys want to make a decision going into their senior year. But here Ethan Utley is. He's ready to pull the trigger, make that decision on Thursday. We talk a lot about peer recruiting as well, and a couple of guys I talked about coming out of the weekend, George McIntyre, Jack Van Dorsey, are both in town, specifically building that relationship with Deshaun Brame. Also spent a lot of quality time together, went out on the town after the visit was over, hung out for another 24 hours, I believe. So getting to know each other, building those relationships, and we talk a lot about how George McIntyre is the heartbeat of this class of 25, like Nico was a couple of years ago, but I think Jack Van Dorsey also being very important in the recruiting world. But you guys know how it is. It's 2024. Social media means everything, and some people may laugh about that, think it's no big deal, but I saw this floating around over the weekend. You can see current running back Tennessee commit Dylan Lewis goes to Twitter, orange emoji question mark, and tags Ethan Utley, hashtag #GoVols. Well, if you click on this, who's the first one jumping into the comments over here on the right side? That would be George McIntyre saying, "We need it." You follow that up, Ethan Utley comes in and says, "What's up, brother?" You know, these guys have formed that relationship, and I think that's the impact that George has, whereas Nico is more of a West Coast guy. George has all these relationships with the in-state kids. We talk about guys like Cam Sparks. We talk about Rodarius Jackson, just has those strong ties in the state of Tennessee, guys that he plays 7-on-7 with. So that's something to take note of on social media. Is Ethan Utley trending to Tennessee? We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. But as always, do me a favor and smash the thumbs up below the video. It's quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't talk at you. We talk with you. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Be live tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, playing NCAA football, but we'll be talking all things Tennessee football. Also, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to be going live. Tennessee has the first scrimmage of spring camp, so we will break that down Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you tune in to that as well. But let's go take a look at Ethan Utley if you're not familiar with him. Again, a 4-star defensive lineman out of the state of Tennessee, 6'3.5", 275 out of Nashville, a top 200 prospect, number 4 ranked player in the state of Tennessee. Now, he mentioned there in that video dropping his top 5. He dropped his top 5 back on Christmas Day: Michigan, Oklahoma, Syracuse, Tennessee, and Texas. I felt like Tennessee kind of been in a good spot here all along. But here lately, VolQuest, Austin Price, Matt Ray been talking a whole lot of Texas, kind of giving you that warning. Watch out for Texas. Texas is working behind the scenes. Texas has an opportunity here. But over the last few days, the tide has kind of shifted and seems to be all Tennessee. Now, they actually cited, they quoted, said Rodney Garner had a big thing to do with that. Rodney Garner was making Ethan Utley that priority. Rodney Garner put on more steam. And I think Coach Garner knows a little something about developing and coaching defensive linemen. He knows Ethan Utley is a priority, so he pushed all in. Let's take a look at the scouting report. You guys know I always like to put up some highlights, let you guys take a look and what they do on the football field. And you can judge for yourself. Put it in the comments section. What do you think of Ethan Utley and what he would bring to this Tennessee defensive line and what I think is going to be a strength in 2024? You let Coach G continue to build that. We talk about stacking recruiting classes. That's what Coach G has done with this defensive line. That's why they're dominant. That's why Tim Banks sat up there in front of the media and said, I believe this is the best defensive line in the country. And Tim Banks isn't the type of guy to just say that. So let me know in the comments what you think of Ethan Utley. The scouting report from on3.com says powerful interior defensive lineman who plays with violence and tenacity at the point of attack. It goes on to say excellent use of length in order to initiate contact against offensive linemen, scraps and claws consistently, never gives up when engaged with blockers, rarely loses the battle of leverage due to hand usage and pad level. Impressive bend for a player of his stature, measured in at 6'4", 275 during summer camp visits. Strong testing in the agility and explosive drills for the position during the spring camp circuit. Raw power translates to track and field as well as he threw 130.3 in the discus during his sophomore track and field season. A high floor prospect who will develop the nuances as a pass rusher with collegiate coaching and reps. So again, he's got that raw natural ability. Talks a little bit about his technique there. You get him on campus with Rodney Garner, and I think the sky is the limit for Ethan Utley. Coach J also did a film breakdown on him. If you missed that, you can go back to the playlist and give that a watch. Now, something interesting, scheduled to come off the board on Thursday, right? It's his birthday. That's why he wants to make that decision. He's actually scheduling his official visits after Thursday. So is that a concern to you? I think Tennessee, which it's the case with all of these elite level prospects, you got to continue to work, right? You got to continue to recruit them, continue to court them until they sign that dotted line. Nothing is official. But this is an article from on3.com. Utley will be back on Rocky Top from June 13th through the 16th for his official visit with the Vols. He told On3's Chad Simmons earlier this week that he still has not made a decision, but Tennessee is clearly in a good spot. Even if Josh Heupel and co. don't land his pledge at the end of the month, they're now set to at least get one more shot to make an in-person impression this summer. This is a quote from Utley. He says, I'm comfortable where I'm at. Each coach has created a relationship with me that makes me feel comfortable with them, and what will lead me to my decision is team culture. From the head coaches all the way down to the analysts, I want to be part of a big family and a great culture. Now, what have we talked about all weekend, right? All the guys that were on campus, it's the same song and dance. It almost seems like copy-paste on some of the quotes that these guys give, and it's authentic, it's real. Coach Jay just said last night, if it's not authentic, it's not real. These kids are not stupid. They can see right through that. What Josh Heupel is building, the culture that he's creating, is something unique. It's something special. I think they relate to a guy like Josh Heupel, a guy that has been there, a guy that's done that, right? A national championship quarterback, a Heisman runner-up. He knows what it takes to compete at that elite level. Article goes on to say another quote from Utley. I want to play with guys that buy into the program. That is something I'm looking at seriously. I have to live and be a human where I go, so I want to play great football and win national championships, but I have to be in the right environment too. Says he's been a frequent visitor in Knoxville, made multiple stops in 2023, and has already been back for Junior Day this year. Continues to feel the love and feel like a priority with the Volunteers. This is a quote that he gave VolQuest. Says they're willing to create a relationship with you outside of football. They know when you come here, there is more to life than football. Just knowing that they take time out of their day to create relationships to where you don't have to just be all about football is one of those things where you can connect on a different level. So that was some quotes from Ethan Utley as he goes into his decision on Thursday, and then he'll follow that up with some official visits. Also not mentioned in that article, he has just recently set up an official visit to Texas. So, again, you get the commitment on Thursday. He's still going to take those official visits over the summer. It'll be interesting to see if he does choose Tennessee, which I feel like he is trending towards Tennessee right now. Will he still take that visit to Texas, or will he take the official to Tennessee and kind of shut it down at that point? Read an article from SI.com. This is what Ethan Utley said he liked about Tennessee. The comfort level being probably the best, and the consistent recruiting every day is what stands out for them. And then an opportunity to be Coach Garner's cover kid for the line of scrimmage is a great opportunity. I think that quote tells you a lot of how much Rodney Garner values Ethan Utley. And again, according to VolQuest, Garner put on more steam the past 7 days, and now he is trending to Tennessee. What do you guys think? Jump in the comment section. Let me know. Again, we'll be covering that on Thursday. Hopefully live. If he announces a time, we'll be doing it live. If not, we'll have a video coming out as soon as he makes that decision. Also live tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Maybe a basketball watch party on Friday. Not sure. Late tip-off for the Vols in the Sweet 16. But let's talk about it in the comment section. Go check out the merch. You guys know where. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Got these brand new Knoxville, Tennessee themed Talkin VAWLS Network shirts. You can get whatever size, color, design, all kinds of things there for you to customize that merch. Also, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Make sure those memberships are up to date. Fun fan call-in show last night. You got to be a member of the channel to do that. You can hit that join button and become a member for less than $1 per month. But that is going to do it for this one. Appreciate you guys the way you support this channel. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.